All right, today we're going to bring a solar power camera. Now, if you notice, there is two solar power for one camera, one system, and it's heavy duty and it has antennas, of course. Now, the antennas are not 5 hertz, they're 2.4, just be aware. And the actual battery size right here in the background. So, we're going to take a look at some of the features and how to set it up too. Now, they do give you a tray, and this tray is to actually set up the two actual physical solar panels on each panel, so it could be physically hang up anywhere pretty much. And of course, they give you the stand for it, so it's heavy duty stand for it. They give you all the tools that are required, including a Phillips. All right, so they're going to give you an Allen wrench and a couple screws so you could set this up together. All right. Now, the two sides, if you guys notice, these are actually AC connections that go into and convert into a micro USB. A micro USB, so you get two of these connections convert into a micro USB connection, and they directly connect into the camera. Now, the camera has a little area here where you connect the power, if you guys see it, and the power on and off, of course. And pretty much you're going to hear it when it turns on. It's going to actually ask you to activate through Wi-Fi first. You're going to have to follow the instructions to set up the actual software. We're also going to do a demo here with it too. If you set up a zone, it will automatically capture anything in the zone. It could continue constantly capturing if you want. It could continue capturing through the cloud or through an SD card. And we're going to go a little bit more details on that. All right. Now, let's take a look at the actual bottom part. There's actually two little screws in there, and that's what they give you the Phillips. All right. And we're going to open it up, and I'm going to talk a little bit more why you have the screws in there. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we removed the actual panel itself, all right, and it's water sealed, waterproof, all right. So I'm AP65 for outdoor graded. And if you guys notice, there's this little slot for an SD card in there, and then there's a reset button to actually do factory reset, all right. That's a plus. So instead of buying the cloud service system, you can constantly save everything. And currently I have a system like this that just saves everything to the SD card. It saves everything to the SD card, and when you want to actually view some of the history or some of the movements, or if you want to capture 24/7, you can set it up and you can always capture and go back into the system itself. Currently, what I have is a 256 gigs. You get them even cheaper and smaller and faster, some of these systems. So you could get up to a terabyte if you want. It's up to you. If they sell up to a couple terabytes now these days, they're getting very small and cheap. So you can set it up in here instead of buying the cloud service. So right now we're just going to go ahead and set up the actual system itself, and we're going to set up through the network. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to download the application. We're going to set it up on our Droid. You scan it, and it automatically found it, and it takes you straight. It's the actual scanning code is in the actual manual. It's going to give you an option to either download from the Apple Store or from the Google Store. So we're going to go ahead and set it up. Right now, here's the application, if you guys know it. We're going to say install and go ahead and install the application. It's free to install, but you are going to be required to register. All right, once we register the application and you're ready to go, it's going to ask you to add the camera. We're going to go and crank it up. First time turning on the camera, just click on the back of the button, and it's going to do its own sequence, and it's going to start setting up. And it's going to activate. There's audio in it, so you just hear the instructions and follow the book. The manual is included with it. It gives you step-by-step how to do it. So look at the app for Wi-Fi configuration. It tells you, hit add. We're going to go ahead and allow the camera. And then we're going to scan the actual barcode, which is located in the back of the system. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. And we you agree to the terms, hit next. Now it's going to ask us to scan the barcode with the actual camera. And it found it. It makes a beeping noise, and it goes. Please wait. Now it's successful. It says it's successful. And we're going to go ahead and set it up on our phone now. Now that we set up the system, it gives you an OK system. Go ahead and then just go ahead. You can name the camera however you want. We're going to put Wi-Fi camera for now, and then just hit next. And it's going to start installing. And we're going to start seeing live footage. And then right now it's asking us to do an upgrade. You might get that if it's been sitting in a box for quite a while. So let's go to upgrade and just sit back and let the system run. All right, we set up the camera now. And I'm not going to put the audio because you're going to be able to hear it. But the camera, if you guys can see that, it's actually running pretty good on my system right now. It's doing a live feed. There's a little lag, but it's because it's only obvious it's a Wi-Fi connection. Now, there's a couple of things that you should be aware right here on the top. You got HD, the quality of it, sound, intercom. That means that you could talk to the system back. So there's actually a FedEx guy or Amazon guy, and you want to tell him to leave the package, you can actually talk to him here. And then, of course, the controls and more options. Under more options, where you go more options, you get other options in here: night vision, remote shutdown, siren, white light, screenshot, record, and then motion capture, and of course, draw detection. That's a really good one. I like that one because you could set up an area that you want to set up for a certain exit or entrance. Person detecting tracking, so it tracks and it actually moves the camera with it too. And if you guys see here, it could distinguish between an animal and a human too. All right. Now they do have a cloud system that you could pay for, or the actual card system, or you could go live if you don't want to just keep it to as a live view. Now there are a couple of things that you should be aware. Notification, you got to make sure you turn it on your phone, and you could get either a text or message or email, and you'll get a system notification every time something happens in the movements, or if you want to program it to a certain area and there's something obstructing it or in the way or on the camera, it'll notify you. So let's go ahead and put it outside, and we're going to do a day and night mode, and we're going to test it out. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, if you guys can see, I actually put the solar panel to one way, and there's the actual camera. It's connected, the solar panel set up. So right now it's gloomy, it's raining, but as soon as the sun comes out, it's going to start charging. It's fully charged right now. I charged it overnight. I'm able to move the camera anywhere, any angle. It's going to capture my whole devices in here. I like the double solar panel, so it gives you enough power, and you can put it even on super HD if you want to. That's an option there. So pretty good system. So let's come back at night and check out the modes. All right, we're going to capture the camera. 1, 2, 3. That's camera. That's 1, 2, 3. This is the night mode. So I hope you guys hear it.